You're watching Drakewing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drakewing Gaming, and some of you on Twitter, The Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you on the Let's Play episode of Violet Memoir, Leigh's Path. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Alright. I just don't get it. We were supposed to talk to each other about everything. What changed? What is that big of a deal? She knows what's going on, and she just... A loud bang echoes throughout the building, giving me enough of a fright that I drop the page. I'm about to bend down to pick it up when I hear it. A barely audible noise that sends a chill through my spine. It sounds like a voice. A very familiar voice that makes me want to vomit. Wallace. Come here. But I can't quite tell who it is. It sounds like so many voices mixed together, but none of those options help with the nausea I'm feeling. Forgetting about the page, I make a mad dash for the bedroom door, tripping over the mess and having to catch myself on the bed frame. If this room was uncomfortable before, it's suffocating now. There's nothing immediately out of place in the next room, and the voice is gone. Did I just imagine it? Is the diary getting to... But the moment my eyes look up at the second floor, I see something that shouldn't be there. At the top of the stairs is an entrance to an attic that definitely wasn't up there before. I know it wasn't. I definitely would have seen it before. I know I would. Wally... Help! Now the voice is clearer than ever, and I wish it wasn't. I trip over my feet as I step back, my booming heartbeat drowning out whatever the voice continues to say. I can't. I can't be here. I need to get out now! But just as I'm about to get back up, the trapdoor to the attic flies open and I freeze. My eyes widen in horror as I watch black ooze. No, wait. Smoke as it pours out. It isn't acting like smoke normally does. It isn't floating out of the hole, it's crawling out. Tendrils of smoke whip out and slam into the ceiling, tugging like it's pulling itself out, like it's alive. I'm trying to get myself to move, but it's like my body is paralyzed. It won't listen to me. I need to move. Just get out of here before whatever that is gets to me. Move! By the time I finally get myself back to my feet, the smoke dives out like it's fully awoken and careens down at me like a tidal wave. I'm barely able to run down the hallway before the smoke whips out against the spot I'm in. I expect to see it flooding the entire room, but it stays together like a singular entity, like it's alive, just trying to get to me. Deep down, I know it's trying to drag me back with it, and I know there won't be anything but pain waiting for me in there. Whatever's making that voice has to be controlling the smoke, too. Come on, Wallace, please just wake up. Just wake up already. Why can't I wake up? I run for the door leading to the bedroom, but it's not there anymore. It's missing. Where'd it go? There's no time to figure out what happened or where it went. I have to find somewhere else to go. Looking further down the hallway, I see another door that I didn't notice before. Without anywhere else to go, I rush into the room to see a familiar sight, but I can't remember where. It's a small bathroom, one decayed from heavy use and very little maintenance. There's a sickly smell in the air, but I don't have the time to worry about that as I slam the door behind me, praying that the lock is more intact than the rest of the room. Ah, man. Good. Okay. I crawl back, looking to see if there's any kind of window I can climb out of, but there doesn't seem to be one in sight. Not even a vent. I consider hiding in the bath for some protection, but there's an inky liquid at the bottom that scares me away. All I can do is press myself back up under the sink and just watch the door until I can see something slam into the door. I'm waiting for it to burst through the door or slip through the cracks, but after a few seconds, nothing happens. That's until I hear very familiar growling. One that runs a chill down through my spine and makes my blood run cold. I can't place where I heard it, but I can feel the danger exuding from it. My claws dig into the dirty tiles beneath me as I watch for whatever creature that came from to take the smoke's place, but the next slam doesn't sound like it's against the door. The ground rumbles as it sounds like there's a fight between whatever's out there. I don't know why they're fighting, but there isn't anything I can do about it. All I can do is wait and hope something saves me. After a few minutes, the quakes stop. It sounds like the fight's over, and all I can do is hope that whoever won has totally forgotten about me. Wallace. My hopes are dashed when I hear something scraping against the door, that growling returning louder than ever. It feels like it's vibrating the whole room and through my body. Wallace. The door starts shaking as whatever's on the other side tries to get in. There isn't even an attempt on the knob, and from the sound of crunching wood, it's more likely it's trying to burrow through. Wallace! What kind of claws does this creature have? Is this going to be it? I can't handle this. Leigh, where are you? Wallace, wake up! I suddenly lurch up, feeling the blood rush to my head as a blinding light suddenly overwhelms my senses. I'm forced to cover my eyes just to stop the burning sensation. My head throbs with the worst headache I've ever felt in my life, enough that I start to feel like I'm going to be sick. My legs feel like they're being constricted by something, and I swiftly kick off whatever's holding me down, wanting to get away from that monster. I can't let it take me. Wallace, calm down! But I can't trust the voice. Not after everything it was whispering before. Who knows who it might imitate next? Stop! You were just dreaming! Finally, I can feel something warm wrap around me, and I flinch, waiting for whatever's claws to sink into me, but after a few moments, it's clear that it isn't going to happen. I let my eyes adjust to the light until I see that Leigh's holding me tightly against him, and the two of us are sitting in my very messy bed. My blankets are covering the floor, and barely half the sheets remain. What happened? I'm barely able to wheeze it out with how dry my mouth feels. Each of those words feels like sandpaper on my tongue. Jesus, kid, you were sleeping and you started muttering. Then all of a sudden you thrashed about and nearly clawed my face off. I did that? I did what? Shit, my throat hurts. You started to hyperventilate, and I had to wake you up before you hurt yourself. Have you calmed down? I think so. My heart's racing, and I feel awful, but I'm okay. You sound like shit. Let me get you some water. Will you be good by yourself? Yeah, it was just a bad dream. Thanks for waking me up. We're gonna talk about this. Let's just get you in better shape first. Do we really have to? Leigh doesn't even justify that when I answer as he disappears out of the room to get me a drink, and I'm left to really ponder everything that just happened. It happened again. It wasn't just a strange dream like last time where I couldn't control my body. This was just like those other times. But I haven't even been reading the diary since we had that hospital nightmare, though. Not properly. Why am I still having them? I thought it would be over if I just took a break like Leigh said. What was that place anyway? This was the first time I've been to the same place in a dream. Well, these kinds of dreams at least, and this isn't the usual house that plagues my nightmares. Then again, I started to feel it creeping in again. I know that attic wasn't there when I first walked around, and it was very, very familiar. Not just a vague feeling either. There's something burned into my memory forever. That growling was familiar too, but I can't quite place that one. So much of the previous nightmare is such a blur. I have a feeling it's from there. I'm glad Leigh woke me up, but there's a part of me that wishes I got to see where it went because I feel like there was more for me to figure out. Then again, I'd probably have just gotten attacked by whatever was on the other side. So I got lucky. Stop that. You're gonna give yourself a migraine. I nearly jump out of my skin as Leigh seems to suddenly appear next to me, holding out a glass of water with a very worried look on his face. You're back already? I've been back for a few minutes. You were staring into space. Are you sure you're okay, kid? All I can do is pout as he returns to calling me kid. I think he's doing it on purpose, since he knows it annoys me. I guess I do deserve it for worrying him so much, especially what I'm going to suggest today. I take the glass out of his hand, and it's only then that I realize that he's still only in his underwear. He'd gone to bed in it again last night, and I guess he never put in anything on. Did you walk down to the kitchen in just your underwear? What? Wallace, you have a sink in the bathroom. You're clearly not thinking straight. I'm sorry, I'm just a little out of it. Because of the nightmare, right? Yeah. We really should talk to everyone about changing this project to something else. It's clearly bothering you, and it's not worth the shit you're putting yourself through. I told you, I'm fine. You're not fine. Why do you care so much about this? It's not that big of a deal. Wallace, what's going on? I want to find out what happened. I need to know why she did it, and maybe if we figure that out, maybe people like Miss Corrin could get some closure, you know? You want to read the diary again? After everything that's happened, you still want to read it? Just a little bit, and to at least check for what I found in my dream. In your dream? Wallace, it's a dream, not a different dimension. I held your body against mine while you were sleeping. I know you were still here and just having an awful nightmare. Then it can't hurt to check, right? It's never bad when I read it when the others ain't with the others anyway, just by myself. If you're around, I'm sure I'll be okay. You're completely missing the point. This shouldn't be happening at all. Honestly, I shouldn't have given you the book back. It was a bad idea. It's just one thing. It wouldn't even be that long. You say that, but then you'll find something else you just need to find out, and we're back here all over again. I've been through this song and dance before. I have a sister. And who says you need to do it? What are you even truly going to gain here? You could just give Miss Corrin the diary or the police. It doesn't have to be our problem. I want to cover my ears and shut out everything. It's like there's so much noise happening right now. I still have the headache pounding away, and this argument isn't helping. I just want to have some closure, okay? What's wrong with that? I didn't mean to yell, but everything has been starting to get to me, and I couldn't keep myself in control. It was only for a moment, but I feel awful that I did it at all, especially once I saw Leigh's tail sink to the floor. It wasn't supposed to sound that harsh. She's not a bad person. I've read it and heard about it from so many people. I need to know what happened. I bet everyone at the shelter needs it too. When my brother killed himself, there wasn't any note. There was nothing at all. All he left behind was a single text message he sent me, right before he did it. I grab my phone off the nightstand and make the sickeningly familiar scroll down to that cursed message. The sinking feeling in my stomach only intensifying as it enlarges on my screen. I shove it in Leigh's face. This is all we had. That's it. What was this supposed to mean? Is it an apology for the fight we just had? What he was about to do? Something else I don't understand? We had so many answers but nothing to go on. I would have killed for just a tiny bit of closure. If you lost your sister, wouldn't you want it too? It's a low blow, but I know he wouldn't get upset about it. He just stays quiet and thinks, letting every single word sink in. Leigh might be overprotective at times, and there are things we disagree on, but I know he cares about me and my feelings to listen to what I have to say. That doesn't stop the pain in my chest, though. No matter how much I needed to say it, how much I needed him to understand, those were touching a deep scar I had no right to be stabbing. I look away from Leigh, unable to face him after what I just said. I can feel my entire body slump against the bed as guilt flows through me. I want him to yell at me, to scold me for the awful things I just said, but he doesn't say anything. We just linger in this silence until I can feel my eyes tearing up. Did he leave? I don't want to check. Suddenly, a pair of arms wrap around me and gently pull me back into a warm embrace. It feels amazing after everything I'd just been through, but it doesn't do much to stem the guilt. When we lost Mom, it was slow and painful, for her and for us. There's something horrible about watching someone you love decay away, especially when you know there's no hope for them. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have... It wasn't just her that was wasting away either. I watched my father die along with her. It was awful. But I'm grateful for that time I got to spend with her. On her deathbed, I got to talk to her one last time. I wasn't very old yet, but I wasn't young either. Not like Charlie was. She didn't get it. Not really. She left, but I knew that she loved me with everything she had, because I had those final precious moments with her, and I'm sorry you never got that. It's not... But he covers my mouth with his hand. Not enough to truly muffle it, but it's a clear sign that he wants me to stay quiet. I don't approve of any of this, I want you to know that. I don't like the self-destructiveness. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you to stop, not after knowing what this means to you. Really? But... I don't want you reading this alone, okay? I know I've said this 1,000 times, but I mean it. No more. I get it. This fucks you up and it's personal. That doesn't mean I'm going to let you destroy yourself like this. So we'll do it, together, and I'll support you as much as I can. Sound good to you? As if to emphasize just how much he means every word, he squeezes me and presses his nose deep into my neck, forcing me to hold back a shudder so I don't ruin the moment. Though I wouldn't trade this for the world right now. My eyes feel wet, but they're not because I'm upset. It's the opposite, really. I feel safer than I've felt in a long time. I stay like that for what feels like 30 minutes. Though I doubt it was anywhere near that long, but neither of us want to pry the other away. Not until Leigh finally relents. Come on, we should get out. We're gonna be late. Can't we do this a little long? Wait, what do you mean late? It's Monday. You have most of your classes today, don't you? Oh god, I totally forgot about that. I've been so distracted by all this diary stuff I'd completely forgotten that I was in college. It just makes Leigh sigh and pinch the bridge of his nose. I can already tell this isn't helping my case. I'm just glad he already agreed to go along with it. Wait. What time is it? I was going to read the diary soon. It's nearly 10. Now come on, you have your first class soon, right? I'm regretting telling you about my schedule. Though if we hadn't stayed up late cuddling together, maybe I would have woken up at a reasonable time. It wasn't my fault. There was just so much I had to go over with him. And he was more than happy to just listen to me ramble, mostly about music. It wasn't until we were getting ready to sleep that he admitted that classical performances weren't usually his thing. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!